Hi, this is Vincent, and welcome to Right of Way, a vlog about traffic, transport, and road safety. In our last episode, we took up the complexities of the Sucat interchange. And many of you gently asked me, what about Bicutan? Okay, first of all, you need to chill. Drink a glass of water or something. Don't go all Bruce Banner on. Second, I feel you. Bicutan sucks. I read many of your comments. For those people who commented on part 1 of this series, where I covered Sucat and I said that Sucat is the worst interchange, many of you disagreed with that and said that Bicutan is actually worse than Sucat. And I would have to agree with you. From a traffic point of view, I think Bicutan is worse for many different reasons, which we'll discuss a little later. But from a road design perspective, and I'm not a road engineer and a road designer, but as I was saying in the previous episode, Sucat, you have 8 entry points and 7 exit points, which results in about 56 different ways you can pass through that interchange, and according to President Manny Banoan, results in about 150 conflict points, which is a lot, and I think actually it's more than 150. That being said, I still agree with a lot of you who say that Bicutan, as far as traffic is concerned, is actually worse. Okay, so let me give you a little tour of what it looks like from this pedestrian footbridge, which, according to Manuel Banoan from the Skyway O&M Corporation, is estimated to be the busiest pedestrian overpass in Metro Manila. So come with me and we'll take a quick tour. As I was saying, here on the east side of the interchange, the northbound part of the East Service Road continues on, but it's actually separated here by about 150 meters before you have to make a left to continue on the Service Road northbound. On the right side here, you actually have the Bicutan Public Market, which actually complicates things as well because it draws a lot of traffic, whether it's pedestrian traffic, motorcycle traffic, what have you. And then, right below us, we have the railroad tracks. This we don't have on the Sucat side. So the railroad tracks actually complicates things further as far as the Bicutan interchange is concerned. This is the interchange itself. It looks very similar to the Sucat interchange, although it's a little smaller. It's not as big as the Sucat interchange, and that makes it a little more congested. You also have here the on-ramp for the south, for the northbound, and then the off-ramp from the northbound, and then the on-ramp for northbound South Luzon Expressway. And then right next to the on-ramp, or rather the exit ramp, you have the East Service Road here. We're now approaching the west side of the expressway, the west side of the interchange. Okay, now this is what's gonna make things even more complicated. Not only do you have SM Bicutan, which straddles actually Doña A Soledad, or what is known as Bicutan. So you have Shumat here on the right side and then Shumat here on the left side. Add to that this huge residential complex, which is going up, and I don't know if it's occupied, partially occupied. We see here on the left there's still construction ongoing, but on the right side it looks like what is fully finished units, and that's certainly going to add traffic to the area as more and more residents occupy those buildings. So that's just going to complicate things further. Down below us here you see the on-ramp for Southern Luzon Expressway southbound. And here you have the West Service Road, again, with northbound and southbound traffic. This West Service Road services a huge community behind these apartment buildings. And we'll get to that a little later, but this is really an access road for all of those residential areas on the west side of the Southern Luzon Expressway. And here we have the off-ramp for the southbound traffic from Southern Luzon Expressway. And then to the left, you have the north and southbound traffic of the West Service Road. So very similar to the way Sucat is set up, with the east and west service roads, and then the major crossing of a major access road here, Doña E. Soledad. So, what can we do about it? Well, both the Sucat and Bicutan interchange really need fixing, I think. And they're so closely related, and the people who are affected by one are normally affected by the other. So I think we have to solve these, or take a look at these two interchanges simultaneously. What we need really is for everyone to start realizing that all the stakeholders of these two interchanges, Bicutan and Sucat, are going to have to make a little sacrifice in order for us to begin to address the problem. The sacrifices could be as simple as the jeepneys and tricycles agreeing not to load and unload at these major intersections, but maybe on the side streets or other areas where they won't disturb traffic. It could mean residents in the area have to make sacrifices as well. Perhaps opening up their village gates so that residents and visitors can access them, not simply from the West Service Road or the East Service Road, but from other side streets or other secondary roads to offload some of the traffic on the service roads. Commercial establishments and businesses that have facilities along the East and West Service Roads will also have to make some sort of sacrifice, whether it's color coding their deliveries or also opening up backdoor entrances to their facilities for their vehicles. Something has to be done. We really have to offload a lot of the traffic in these congested areas. And then, of course, we have to work with the local government units and the Skyway O&M to improve traffic management in the area. There has to be greater coordination between these two agencies and organizations. So, what can you, viewer, do to help the situation? Well, for those who live in the area, those who live in the residential communities that are affected by these two interchanges, the traffic at these two interchanges, I strongly urge you to write your local governments and tell them that you want them to get involved in a solution, to work with Skyway O&M, to work with the business owners, to work with the homeowners associations. Because we need a coordinated effort on this. Hindi pwedeng kanya-kanya. Skyway can't do its own thing, the LGUs can't do a separate thing, businesses and residential owners can't do a separate thing. It all has to be coordinated in a plan. And that plan will, as I said, require sacrifices from everyone. But if you think about it this way, right now, everybody's suffering because of the bad traffic at those interchanges. So, in a sense, there's that sacrifice you're making. But if each stakeholder sacrifices something else, just a little of something, those collective sacrifices can help improve the situation at Sucat and Bicutan. So everyone has to give a little. And some, unfortunately, because of their particular circumstance, may have to give up a little more than others. But if we all work together, and if we all have a sense of cooperation, that little sacrifice that each of us makes will go a long way in trying to solve the Sucat and Bicutan interchange problem. Well, that ends the second part in this multi-part series on Sucat and Bicutan. As I've said, this will be a multi-part series that will take a deep dive into trying to solve the problems of both Sucat and Bicutan. We still have more episodes on this, where we'll talk to more residents, we'll talk to experts, traffic management experts, transport experts. We'll talk to the LGUs and see if we can come to a common solution, a solution where we all agree. Because only by doing that can we really solve this problem. If you have any ideas, suggestions, photos, or videos that you'd like to share with us, you can email them at rightofway@rappler.com or send us a message on Twitter, Instagram, or Facebook at rightofwayph. Please, we need your input if we're going to solve this problem. So especially for those who are affected by these two interchanges, please send us what you have in terms of ideas, suggestions, photos, or videos. Until then, this is Vincent, and I'm out of here. Stay safe on the road, guys.